All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're tackling a massive piece of legislation that's changing the game for UK construction, the Building Safety Act 2022. It's a total reset on how we think about safety and accountability, and it's all built around one central idea, the golden thread. So let me ask you a question, and it's a big one. How can you, hand on heart, prove that every single safety decision made on your project was the right one? 5, 10, even 15 years down the line. This isn't just a thought exercise. It's the core challenge of liability the entire act is built to solve. To really understand the why behind all this, we have to go back to the Grenfell Tower tragedy in 2017. The investigation that followed uncovered what many in the industry already knew: the system was broken. Vital information was getting lost in a mess of different companies, different formats, and messy handovers. The Building Safety Act is the direct answer to that, designed to make sure it never, ever happens again. And the main tool to fix that broken system? It's what everyone is talking about: the golden thread. You can think of it as the digital backbone for this whole new world of building safety. So what is it really? Well, the golden thread is the official name for a complete digital record of a building's life story. It's meant to be the one single source of truth for every bit of safety information, from the first sketch to the final handover, and for the entire time the building is in use. No more gaps, no more guessing. And this isn't just some vague concept. It has to follow 8 very specific principles. Of course, it's got to be digital, it's got to be secure, accurate, and kept up to date. But just as important, it has to be accessible and understandable. There's no point having all this data if the right people can't find it and make sense of it when they need it. Now, to make all of this stick, the Act brings in a whole new framework of accountability. It's not just about doing the job anymore. You've got a legal duty to record and share the information. And that means new rules, and new rules with real teeth. The Act names 3 key duty holders. First, you have the client, who has the ultimate responsibility for the whole project. Then, there's the principal designer, who's on the hook for making sure the design is safe and compliant before construction even starts. And finally, the principal contractor, who has to manage the build safely and, this is the key bit, keep the detailed records that actually form the golden thread. For buildings classed as higher risk, things get even stricter. There's a mandatory 3 gateway process. Think of them as locks gates you cannot pass without approval. Gateway 1 happens at the planning stage. Gateway 2 is a hard stop. You cannot put a spade in the ground until the building safety regulator approves your full plans. And at Gateway 3, nobody moves in until the BSR gives the final sign-off. The key to unlocking each gate? Your golden thread information. Okay, I know. That is a lot to take in. New rules, new roles, new processes. The pressure is definitely on. So you're probably wondering, how on earth do we actually manage all this on a busy, chaotic, real-world site? Well, that is the million-dollar question. And it's why having the right digital tool has gone from being a nice-to-have to an absolute must.
Let's be honest. We all know the old way of working. Information is all over the place, scattered across WhatsApp, emails, lost photos on someone's phone, and bits of paper in the side office. It's a complete nightmare for creating an audit trail. Now compare that with the Kraaft way, one central place for everything. It creates that single source of truth the Act demands, where every bit of evidence is captured, geolocated, and logged for good.
So how does a tool like this actually build your golden thread for you? Well, first, all your communication is in one dedicated project thread, so your audit trail is created automatically. Any photo or note taken on site is instantly timestamped and geotagged, giving you undeniable proof of what happened, where, and when. You can automate all those fiddly site reports. And here's the clincher. All of that data is securely saved for a minimum of 10 years. It's literally your live digital compliance record being built as you work.
But look, the most powerful system in the world is useless if the team on site finds it a pain to use. If it's too complicated, it just won't get used. That's why this quote absolutely nails it. A tool has to be as simple and intuitive as the apps your team already uses every single day, but with all the powerful compliance-focused features running under the bonnet. And this is where we really need to shift our thinking. This whole thing isn't just about ticking boxes to stay out of trouble. It's about future-proofing your business. It's about turning a legal requirement into a real, tangible, competitive advantage. And this isn't just a theory. This is happening right now. Platforms like Kraaft have already been used to generate over 1.2 million reports. That means thousands of teams are already building these bulletproof audit trails on projects in 14 different countries. This approach is proven to work at scale because ultimately, using a dedicated platform is about more than just one project. It provides the solid, systematic evidence you need to prove to the building safety regulator that your entire organization is competent and capable. It shows you have the processes in place to deliver safe, high-quality buildings every single time. So I'll leave you with this thought. The Building Safety Act is a legal obligation. That part's not up for debate. The real question is for you and your business. Are you ready to look past the compliance headache and see the opportunity? Are you ready to use this change to build safer, to build smarter, and to turn this obligation into your greatest competitive advantage?